Russell Barufi from the Urban Institute at the University of Michigan's Wharton School. I have two questions. One is for the whole panel. You characterize. All right. Well, you had said that the relationship between Toyota and Panasonic had characterized the market for nickel metal hydride batteries and enabled them to take advantage of that. What does the landscape of relationships with lithium ion look like, and how does that impact smaller players? And then a question specifically for Michael. You guys do only renewable energy. Is that a function? What is the economic argument for that? And is that a function of the markets that you exist in now, or is that something you want to do going forward?
Hey, Charles.
I'll do the battery part first. The battery landscape today, as you can imagine, is changing dramatically. Toyota formed its JV with Panasonic called Panasonic Electric Vehicle. And Toyota owns 60% of the JV, Panasonic owns 40%. You also may have read within the last week that Panasonic is currently bidding for Sanyo Electronics. So between Panasonic and Sanyo, you will have created the 800-pound gorilla in the battery space before most people wake up to what's going on. You are talking about a company that would have close to 100% market share in nickel metal hydride, and you are talking about an instantaneous leader in lithium ion. That will spur tremendous consolidation from the other players in this space if that deal goes forward. So you will start to see a tremendous amount of consolidation. You've seen Robert Bosch, the large Tier 1 OEM in Europe, partner up with Sanyo. You've seen Johnson Controls, the large Tier 1 here in Milwaukee, partner up with French battery maker SAF. You are starting to see A123, who's partnered up with Continental in Europe on the Volt, and GE on the Think program that they're in with us. So you are starting to see the largest industrialized companies in the world open up their checkbook, and they're going to get into this space. Let me leave you with one thought. The only manufactured component of the automobile that the car companies still control today is the internal combustion engine. That's where they make all their money. If you believe, as we do, that that's going away, and you believe, as we do, that it's going to be all about the battery, and batteries as much as 30 to 50% of the car, where do you think the car company is going to be investing in the next 10 years?
So the Better Places policy of buying only non-carbon electricity is across the globe. It's not specific to any particular region or arrangement. There are a couple of reasons for it. I mean, in terms of our costs, I didn't go through the whole economics, but we estimate our battery depreciation costs are about 5 cents a mile, and coal electricity probably add a penny to that. Renewable, we think will add maybe 2 cents, so 7 cents a mile. We think that marginal difference is not a big premium to pay for having the ability to put a sticker on that car that says this car is truly zero emissions. But also we can get better visibility into our long-term cost, because once the renewable is installed, we know what that costs. If we're depending on another commodity, now we don't know what the price is going to be a decade from now. It's very difficult to make those calculations. And like I said, there's such a nice marriage between the ability of the battery storage to be able to provide what's missing, to have intermittent renewable penetrate, that if we're going to take all the tailpipes off the road and reduce emissions by 25%, we might as well also enable that to build the capacity out on the renewables so we can get to 50% emission reductions across the spectrum.
Okay. That's it for the time we have. I'm going to ask one quick question. After this, now, how many of you are ready to purchase or lease from Project Better Place an electric car? Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Give me your name.